All right, yeah, we got the red thing and the clock turning. I think, yeah, we live. Hey, everybody, how y'all are? Cajun Coin Hunter here with you this afternoon, aka Boudreaux. All right, let's see. Oops, I don't have my comments out. I'll get that in a second. There, let me see. We got a couple of them backstage already. We're gonna start with Russ today. Wait a minute, something went wrong. There we go. Now we got it. What's up there, Mr. Smoky Ribs?
Oh, not much, man. What about
How
you?
you doing? What you
Pretty
been
good.
doing?
I'm doing.
What you been doing?
What have I been doing? Not much this
Yeah,
week,
no
but
cooking.
no, man. I'm not doing any more videos on that Smoke the Ribs channel. I'm done with it. It's just gonna sit there and keep sitting there.
Idle along like my Boo Cat channel.
Yeah, I don't have no plans to ever post on there again. I've done it for almost 14 years, and I'm just retiring the channel. You know what I'm saying? Videos will stay up, but I'm just won't be active in it no longer. Just
Right.
it is it's time. You know, it's been a
I
long run.
reckon it is.
Yeah, it's been a long run. If you hear squalling in the back, another cat in heat.
Oh,
Okay.
She goes to them hollering spells. She'll do it for about a week, then you won't hear a peep out of her for another month or however long it is.
Right. I got one. Ben Hur. What's up there, Mona Me?
You can
All right,
take
I
me
got my
off the
chat box.
large screen now.
Oh crap. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Mister.
I'll get my chat popped out.
Oh, okay.
Ben Hur, and there's Miss Missy. And now we got Mr. Jeb, Jeb's Electronics house. How you
okay.
doing, Jeb?
I'm doing pretty good. Uh, been fighting with the computers and cameras.
What's wrong with your old one?
Oh, the old computer decided to take a crash. The video went haywire, and the USB ports on the back went haywire. Well, the thing is, oh, well over 5 years old, almost 6 years old. So it's been used and abused. So, uh, so now I gotta take and find some parts for it. I'll put it back together. I just picked myself up a cheap desktop, and that's what I'm using right now. It shows in the camera. I can't seem to get all the blue out of it. It just it,
All
for
the
some reason.
blue,
Uh,
all the blue. You said?
yeah, it makes me look pale. Uh, and
What brand
it's
is
not.
it?
I'm not pale, but
Is it a
it's showing
Sony?
me trying to look that way.
Is it a
Uh,
Sony by any chance?
no, it's an old Logitech. It's
Okay. I was gonna say them
probably
older Sonys from years ago, they were bad about having kind of a purple, not a purple, but a bluish tint to them.
oh
Even on new cameras, they had that bluish tint. You know.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, this is about 15 years old. It's been through a flood, and it still works.
Okay.
So it I don't complain much about it because the thing is so old and
Yeah,
got waterlogged. So
I get
it,
you.
I'm surprised it still works.
Is that the camera you're using right now, or are you on a webcam?
Oh no, I'm on the Logitech.
Okay,
Well, it is a webcam, but it's a real old one.
I got you.
I don't even remember what model it is. The
Yeah,
C615 or something like that.
got you.
I think it's ancient.
I forget what. I got a lot of tech. It's I don't know, one of the lower models. Uh, I think Wayne, custom T-shirt screen printing. Sent it to me. He had got a better model. But it's still a Logitech, but it was just a newer model. And he sent that one to me. It's like a LG. Let me see. Oh no, it's not. It's not hooked up, so I won't be able to catch it. It's like I've showed it already. Dave Small Engine Repair. What's up there, Mona Me? How y'all are? It's just a little. At one time, I think Walmart had them for $30 or something.
I have a total of 6 cameras, and it's sometimes a bit fun to keep track of which one's where.
Yeah, but you got that you run an OBS, so that's you can have all the cameras you want. I can have a bunch too, but I just can use only one at a time. Your case is different. You can run 4 at a time if you want.
I can use 5 at a time. I have to shut my 4K camera down in order to view my watt meter. I have to shut that camera down in order. I get camera complex, so you got to shut certain cameras off to allow other cameras to work. But normally I don't need more than 3 cameras running at one single time. I have one pointing at my signal generator, one pointing at the scope, one pointing at the Synatter, another one at my watt meter, one pointing straight down to my desk, and this one here pointing at me. It's I normally the most I normally have at any one time is 2, maybe about 3, maybe 4 cameras all at one time.
All right.
Go.
What kind of scope you get?
Oh, it's a Rigel DS1202.
Okay.
Digital oscilloscope. It's a 2-channel. It does the job. I'm not a big fan of it. I'd really like to get myself a good signal.
I bought a little single channel just for automotive, just down and dirty quick.
Yeah.
Just a little single channel oscilloscope. And I got a 2-channel down here in my other box, but I just bought that $40 just to.
Not bad.
No,
they're nice.
$45, I think. But it's handy. It's pocket size, and when I'm running through automotive systems that requires an oscilloscope or whatever, it works just fine. But you only do one channel at a time. It's only downfall.
What is that? 50 or 75 or 100 megahertz?
Don't get me lying. It's not real fast, but it like I said, it serves the.
It'll do the job on it.
It'll do the job for what I'm doing.
Yeah, I have a 500 megahertz LaCroix analog scope for when I do work on my UHF stuff. And then I have my Rigel is 200 megahertz.
I'm going to have to look where I bought it and see, because I don't see it on the paperwork. Oh, I can use my phone and do it. Where is my phone? I got it off Amazon. Let's see here. Go to order.
You see, Ben, were you going to be down on the I-10 down here, or I-20, or? Because I'm a lot closer to I-10. I'm only a few miles from I-10. I'm just north of Crowley. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Core computers or anything. I'm trying to think of which frequency they mostly in. It's low. It's
This is real. This is 1 megahertz. Let's see. It's a oscilloscope with 2.8 inch TFT. I guess that's the little monitor. 1 megahertz bandwidth. S5 MSS sampling rate. They have another one that looks almost identical. I've got it in my cart. Let me see what it is. It's a lot faster than that one. I wish I'd seen it first, be honest with you. But let me go to
TFT, that's a thin film transistor.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
the,
that's your display.
Yeah, here's a
it's up in there with OLED. It's a nice screen.
$22, but it has bandwidth of 48 milliseconds. So that goes from 1 to 48. That's quite an increase. 10 megahertz bandwidth, 48 ms sampling rate, same size screen. I wish I'd have got that one. It's only crap. I just
10 megahertz bandwidth.
I think
That
it's
would be
$42. I'll get it eventually. But this one will work for my needs. I just need to see a signal and see what it looks like, you know.
What's
Yeah,
good about the new ones, the new style, like what Jeb has, is man, most of those things that you can leave them on cruise control, they automatic. You ain't, you know, me, I got an analog. I got a GW Instack. It's and closest would be like the Tektronix. In fact, I'm not sure if GW didn't make the Tektronix at one point in time. The most, what's that, Mona B?
That one's got an auto function plus this one. I like this one better. This is a 2-channel. I got it comes in a little carrying case. This is better built, a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can dig it out of here. Yeah, there it is right there.
Oh, no doubt.
What is that, Unity?
For Nursey.
Oh, for Nursey. Okay, same thing. Same company makes them. For Nursey makes Unity or something. And what is that other one?
Got a pretty good little screen on it. I don't know. There we go.
My
Yeah,
face.
see now.
Yeah,
I
I
have
paid about 130 or 40 for that one. It's much better. But I want that little pocket one just because I don't leave this kind of stuff in my garage. I keep everything in here so humidity and all that can't get to it, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
And those are nice little scopes.
My other oscilloscope I've got up there on the shelf is made by that same company.
Yeah.
100 megahertz scope I have up here. That was the one I was using before I got the Rigel.
Right.
I got the Rigel in on a swap trade deal, which was okay.
I actually got a Honda coming back to me. It's got a electrical problem. The AC relay, the PCM is not supplying the ground to the relay when you turn the AC button on. And
Okay.
I've already checked the pressure switch. I've checked everything. I even took the control head itself, and I was able to take a multimeter and read button on, button off, to make sure it was getting the signal through the control head. And where it goes from there is it goes to a thing called a multiplex control unit. And that sends a certain signal to the PCM, and that tells it whether to turn it on or turn it off.
Oh,
And
okay. So
I-
it's
I-
grounding. It's grounding
the
through the
signal I was
PCM.
getting from it was all jagged looking. It shouldn't look like that. So I'm calling a bad multiplex. We got one off eBay. I'm not one to usually change parts unless I can prove it 100%, but I don't have a scan tool for Honda. Matter of fact, this old Honda, man, it's a 2002. I tried to hook all my scan tools to it, and it just wouldn't communicate. So there's a problem there too, you know. But a Honda dealership scan tool, it would be able to, like, it would tell you if you're having problems with it. That's what I'm trying to say, you know, or it should lead you in that direction. I think I'm about 90% sure, but there's that 10%. That's what I tried to tell him. I said, now there is a possibility that this is not the problem. I said, I feel like it is. I feel real confident, like 90%, but I'm not 100%. It could be a broke wire in there, as far as I know, or a wire going to ground. And I'll uncover all that once I actually go into it and start digging into it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Let's say this, Steve. I was watching one of your videos the other day that you was doing some DVDs. You had them, the video you had on Whatnot, and this was after the auction or whatever was open. This guy does a lot of reselling and stuff. He has a place on the East Coast over there. It's an actual store type deal where the people go in and sell. It's like stalls or something. You have your own area. You can go in and out whenever you want. Jimbo, what's up? North Carolina. Okay, yeah, I knew. I thought it was more like South Carolina or something, but yeah, North Carolina. I got a friend over there in Ayden, Ayden, North Carolina. He's about 40 miles off the coast. He's in between Pamlico Sound and what's that other one? The Neuse River and Neuse Sound. He's like they're about that far apart on the map. He's right in the middle, but right at the edge where the river, the sounds, the big bodies of water actually turn into rivers. He was there when I forget which storm it was, hurricane. Man, oh boy, it was that big hurricane coming in off the Atlantic. It was heading straight for in between. The eye was going to land in between those two sounds, or two rivers, and I was like straight over the top of him. I'm talking about the eye would have passed over his area, his house, his town, what have you. But it went down. It moved kind of to the south a little bit, like at the North Carolina, South Carolina border, and that's what saved that area there. Now they did have the all that circulation. They still was on the bad side of it. On the north side of the eye on the East Coast, you getting slammed with water. The tidal surge and waves hitting you and all that crap, and it flooded some towns right before his town. They were like 12 foot underwater. That was man. That was something else.
Like you're sitting in the dark there, Boo. You got a light off that you normally use?
Yeah, right above me. Right above me. When I got to get some coffee here in a little bit, I'll turn that.
It ain't bother me. I was just noticing you're a little bit darker looking. Your whole
Also, I got see that brown spot. That's what they call that a dimple, or I don't know.
Looks more like his wife swatted him.
No, what it is, it's hair right there in that dimple.
You can't get in there to cut it.
Well, yeah, I can, but I didn't shave today. I didn't shave in 2 days.
You look pretty enough.
Tools with Soul. What's up, Mona Me? I thought I seen that name in there. How you been? Been watching a couple of videos, hitting the like button. I hadn't commented. I get interrupted or something about a beep or something, and then that or I head off to bed or something. Y'all check out Tools with Souls. He's got some good videos on drills, impact drivers, tools. Tools. He gives his honest opinion.
I'm a tool addict.
Yeah, Russ.
I just had to buy a weed eater. So while I was at it, I went and got a kit that's got a a leaf blower, the weed eater, and the hedge trimmer. Cordless.
Okay.
My yard started to look like a hayfield. So I got to get the lawnmower going and when the weed eater gets here, get going at the weeds.
Johnny got his gas-powered chainsaw going. I think the last time we used that thing was when we cut a pecan tree. It fell on the guy's fence, and another tree actually caught it to keep it from falling on that chain link fence. We call them hurricane fences down here. They also call cyclone fence, but chain link fence is the most common. Not down here, it's not common. We just call them hurricane fences down here. We went cut a pecan tree. We got it off his property, and then we cut it up, moved it over to his house with some firewood. And he already used that, but he had that little chainsaw. I worked on a saw for the homeowner. In fact, he gave me some chainsaws, weed eaters. He had a pickup truck full of stuff from the Rent Center over here. It's the Harry Smith's Hardware. It's not an Ace. It's it might be an Ace. It's either Ace or True Value. Anyway, it's one of them, and they have the Husqvarna dealership there also. They sell stuff and then they rent stuff. And Richard was there getting some bolts and nuts and stuff. He used to make Cypress swings, and the owner was there, and he says, "Hey," and the owner knew that he scrapped stuff too, like copper and aluminum. He says, "Man, I got a bunch of old rental equipment in the back that you can scrap if you want." Richard said, "Okay." He said, "Well, when you finish getting that, pull around to the back. I'll meet you there." He pulled out that, man, they loaded him with weed eaters, chainsaws, cutting saws, the big concrete saws, mostly Husqvarna. And every one of them had a tag, take out of service, can't fix, non-repairable. Richard gave all that to me and said, "You can have everything." I was working on small engines at the time at my shop. And he said, "The only thing I want out of it is a weed eater and a chainsaw." Okay. Man, I got 85% of that stuff fixed. That non-repairable stuff, I got 85 of it fixed. The other stuff couldn't be fixed because all the parts wasn't there. They used it for parts to put on other stuff. Or it was not actually repairable, the other stuff. And he had that saw from that truckload over there when we cut that pecan tree. And I said, "Richard, you got that saw?" He said, "Yeah, I ain't ran that thing though. It probably won't start." I said, "It will. If you never used it," I said, "I'll put True Fuel in that thing, premix, and it doesn't go bad. It's made with non-ethanol gas." The second pull, man, that thing roared to life. And I had a chainsaw there. Johnny had one, or he had two, and then we had Richard's, man. And I let him use Richard's saw. He was like, "Man, this thing cuts like a beast." I'm like, "Yep." I said, "I'll sharpen the chain too, before I gave it to him." And he never used it. So, but Husqvarna's got some power. There's Husqvarna and Steel. That's your top two chainsaws right there. And I'm a little bit biased toward Husqvarna. I am. They had some good McCulloch and Husqvarna. That's some good saws. Well, Steel is too, But anyway, Johnny, he liked that saw, so he kept it. He says, I'll let you use the green machine, the green beast or whatever I think they call it. It was a Poulan, that it was the green color Poulan, an older Poulan. And I like Poulan. So anyhow, Poulan made Craftsman saws. And if back a long time ago, some people still got Craftsman that old saws. Still.
Those, the reed valves in them like to go bad in the Poulans. The reed valve up there right underneath the carburetor.
A reed valve under the carburetor.
Yeah, the older Poulan saws had a reed valve between the intake or the block. Yeah.
The carburetor and the block. Yeah. Oh, your old Poulans.
Reed valves. Yeah, them reed valves have a tendency to go bad.
Right. Your big cats. McCulloch. Was it McCulloch? We call them cat saws. They had reed valves too. I've got some old reed valves and reed plates for chainsaws.
Yeah, I did that for better than 20 years. Chainsaws, lawnmowers, weed eaters.
Oh, shit, man, you cut from the same cookie then.
Yeah, I worked on cars for more than 20 years, and then went to lawnmowers, and then went to computers, and then from computers back into my radios.
All right.
So, and in the middle there, I drove truck for a while.
I did that too. I own mine. I had two of them actually, not at the same time. You get one, and once you sell it, you're like, and you go to work for a company, you miss that extra money. That big check owning a truck. Then when you go to work for a company, and then especially when they put you in an old piece of junk Mac or something with no air conditioner, like a 1982 Mac. I drove something that was 70s Mac.
Yeah, 83 cab over. Thing had plenty of power, but it had manual steering. The steering wheel was probably about 3 foot across.
Oh, you get some good exercise, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm only 5'6", but I'll tell you, that gave me some exercise, all right. I took a week to recover from that thing. that
I'll
was
tell you what,
something
internationals, I like international trucks. I had a 4300 Transtar 4300, and then I had a Western Star. That was an older truck, but I had a 3 1/4 cat in it. 3406
I had a
B, I think it was the one without the computer on it.
I had a 93 Peterbilt cab over, air ride cab. That was a nice truck.
They was making cab overs in 93.
At least I think that's what the year that thing was a 93.
It could have been, yeah. I just know now they kind of like obsolete,
Yeah, they are now, but that thing, I was heading down Delaware Water Gap and blew a head gasket. The day before, I had pulled the air cleaner out of it and cleaned the air cleaner out because the turbo come loose. When the turbo came loose, it sent a bunch of soot through the intake. So I tightened the turbo up, cleaned the air cleaner, and the next day I was heading down Delaware Water Gap and blew a head gasket. It couldn't take the extra air. That was a nice truck. But
the thing I didn't like about cab overs, if you got in a wreck, you were the first one to the scene of the accident. Yeah. You were right on top of the accident.
They're right on top of it. The only thing the cab overs ever gave me trouble was the shifter. There's U-joints. There were U-joints that went on the shifter down to the transmission. Well, one of the U-joints, a clip come out of it. Well, when it did, the U-joint fell apart, and I was stuck in first gear. And I had to drive, I think, 10 miles in first gear to get to the nearest truck stop to get it open. That was quite a trip. And then I got stopped at the weigh station. And I didn't have reverse. All I had was first gear. And I came in, he sent me aside, and I wound up behind another truck. I told him, I said, right now, I'm stuck in first gear. I'm behind this guy. How do I get up? Well, wake his ass up. Okay. So I did. I went on up the road to the truck stop and managed to pull it in and get the cab up and replace that pin. It's all it took to take that thing so it wouldn't shift. That was the Mac, cab over Mac. And
give me some coffee. Keep on talking. I can hear y'all.
Yeah, they're different trucks. Ford day sleepers I used to take downtown Manhattan. And then that cab over Mac. I'd never want to try one of those again. I'd never handle it now.
Is your image frozen, or do you just got a thumbnail up there with your picture on it? Because
because it's not frozen on my end.
Huh? Yeah. All I'm seeing is just one
Let
image.
me reset it. Okay, did that help any?
Move your head.
No.
No, you're frozen.
Okay.
I see you, but you're just not moving.
Okay, I just turned it off. Did it go off?
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and turn it back on there. I just turned it back on.
Yeah. You're just a frozen image. That's what I'm saying. We'll see what Boo's saying when he gets back.
Okay, well, I could try changing the resolution. Let me drop the resolution down.
There it went. I see you now. You're moving.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just had the resolution too high. I had it on 720p, and it just didn't seem to like it for some reason. I dropped it down to 480.
Okay. Yeah, I got mine on 720.
It works good for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, just a second. I'll turn that light on and switch over to my scope camera and show you the scope I've got.
Okay. You got like a desktop type scope, huh?
Yeah, it's a desktop.
Yeah.
Just a second. Let me see if I get the right camera here. Nope, that's the Synatter. What? Okay, that's the watt meter. There it is.
Okay.
Let me invert that thing. I've got it mirrored at the moment there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's my my Rigel.
Okay.
It's a nice little unit. It does the job, but it excuse me. I went to upgrade the firmware and wouldn't upgrade. I had to get a hold of Rigel, and they wanted me to send it into them for them to upgrade the firmware. And then, if they weren't unable to upgrade the firmware, I would have had to buy a new motherboard for it.
Oh,
They
wow.
wanted to. So, as far as I'm concerned, their warranty or their service is no good.
No. Yeah.
If you can't upgrade their firmware without them wanting to replace your motherboard, and then charge for it,
Yeah.
I'm not happy with that at all.
Right.
So I'll take and use it until I can afford to replace it with a Sigma.
Yeah, old ones. How many? 200 megahertz. You said it was.
Yeah, 200 megahertz.
Man, you can get crap. Like 150, 200 bucks for like an O1 or what's that other one? Handtech. Or
yeah, the
Handtech. O1. Good brands.
This one was less than two. Yeah, this is a Handtech DSO 5102.
Oh, there you go.
This one was just under $200 when it was new. But this one's gone a little funky. It works. It's just that you got to do a complete reset on it every once in a while because it won't read accurately. Once you do a reset, then the thing works fine for about 3 months, and then it goes wacky again.
Just like a computer, sometimes you got to restart them or turn them off, turn it back on after a couple hours or do a restart. Like a phone. My cousin, she was at the radio station one day and she was like, "Boo, can't get this phone to do whatever." I said, how long has it been doing that? She said, a couple of days. I'm like, just turn it off, take the battery out. Turn it off before, complete before you take the battery out. Which it really doesn't matter, but I told her to do that because if something happened, I would, me. Boo, why'd you tell me that? Well, anyway, she turned it off, took the battery out, a couple minutes, and I said, now turn the phone back on, without the battery. Just sit there and hold the power button. That would discharge the caps and stuff. So, hey, Ozark, what's going on there, Mona Me? I didn't see. I was probably fixing my coffee. Yep. So she says, "Can I put it back in now?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can." So she put it, put the back cover back. And this is years ago. It was a lithium ion battery, and it was a smartphone. And she turned it on, and it was like there's nothing ever went wrong with it. She was like, "Damn, it's like a new phone." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to do that every now and then."
Yeah, I
Yep.
like that Hancock a whole lot better than I do the Rigel, but it just got tired of having to reset it all the time.
I think Buddy, Buddy, the radio shop.
No.
I forget his call letters. He's over in North Carolina, not far from Aden. He had somebody brought him a. I think it was a tube type radio, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, an old National or one of them old ones. Collins maybe National, one of them. What's that other one? Hammerman. One of them. The guy that local to him brought it to his shop. He said it was hardly no power or something. And he had hooked it up, and it was making power. And he was like, he unplugged it. Then he picked his coax back up, and he wasn't looking. And he picked the coax up that had the red tape on it, and that meant do not hook this up to power. He wasn't looking. He hooked it up, and I think it was a Rigol. Spectrum analyzer. I'm trying to think what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he keyed that radio up, and it was working. It was full power, man. He threw a lot of wattage in the front end of that thing, and it blew that IC chip right at the front end of it. It blew it, and they not available. And he called, I think it's Rigol, and it was like $800 or something just for them to repair it. They don't ship parts in that. They want you send it to them. And it was $1,800 or $800. I think it was $1,800.
Released that magic smoke, did he?
Yo. Yeah, and
I did that earlier this evening.
Really?
We have a light in the kitchen that gave up a light over the sink. It's a fluorescent light, so I figured, well, I'd take a look at it, take a look at the electronics, and a blown fuse. Okay, well, the thing has been up there for 14 years. Okay, probably just heated up, got to one, blew the fuse. So I put another 1.5 amp fuse in it. Well, when I did that, more than just a fuse blew. I said, well, that's no good, but throw it in the trash. The board, one of the transistors shorted out on the board. For $10 to replace it with a brand new light, it's not worth my time to pull it apart and repair the electronics. They went poof, and I go, well, okay, that's done. Toss it away.
I got a light, LED. It's 4 foot. They kind of like shop lights. They look just like the old shop lights with the fluorescence. But these the LED strips, 4 foot. There's 2 of them, but they attach. You just can't take these out. And they bright too. I got one there.
Yeah, that's
right there.
That's what I've got underneath my bench here. Is
you can buy
a 4 foot LED bulb.
Yeah,
you can buy. You can buy like an 8-pack of them things on Amazon pretty cheap. like
Yeah.
$80 or something like that.
I
ordered
got the one over the kitchen sink, and it can't be any longer than a 36-inch light. Under the over the actually a 24-inch is the max I can put in there.
Yeah.
Light.
That was $14 at Walmart.
Yeah. That's
It's
for
bright as all get out.
at Walmart.
Right.
It's not worth my time fixing that other light.
I bought me a little desk light here not long ago, a couple weeks ago, because I'll read sometime, and it's kind of, it's bright, but it ain't bright. So I bought this thing.
Yeah.
That lights me up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got one like that. I think.
It's my favorite little toy right here.
I can also lay my phone right here and it'll
Torch.
charge it.
And charge it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
The wife found this where she worked.
I want to see what that is.
It's a little portable light.
Oh, it's a light. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It when you have it folded up like this, it's straight light. Or you can open it up and click it one more time, and it becomes a straight down light. Or you can go a little brighter, or you can get the light off the back of it here.
Does it got a magnet on it by any chance for like propping up on automotive? Okay.
Right there on the bottom.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are
That's
handy.
a nice light. But you know what? I can't find them. Not this style, that is. This particular one, I can't find them.
Huh.
And your wife got it for you?
Yeah, well, she found it at where she works. She found it on the floor. She picked it up right home.
Okay. I thought you meant she found it, on the shelf somewhere and bought it,
No, she found it at the college. Some college kid had it, dropped it. She picked it up off the floor. I use this light more than any other light in the house.
Wouldn't that be something somebody be watching over here and they're like, hey, man, and they named the college and all that. That's my light.
Yeah.
A simple, happy life. Hello.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
I've had that thing now for about 3 years. And thank goodness it's rechargeable. The only bad thing about it, it uses a Motorola plug. Everything is C charged now, and that takes an old Motorola plug, so I have to have a special cable around to be able to plug it into USB.
Yeah.
And nothing else I have works off that plug anymore. But I see you got the same thing he does, except for his black.
I thought that it's not exactly the same, I don't think. But this one, it kind of caught me by surprise.
That's a nice desk light, though.
There's something where you put a phone here, or there's a little.
Yeah, that's what mine does. You lay your phone there, it'll charge it.
I don't think this one will do that. I think this is just a dual stepless dimming.
Yeah, this has got different colors, different colors of light. I just like a sunlight, just a bright white light,
The only thing bad about this one, okay, this is a mini USB, the one with the little angles on it, old style.
That ain't
mini
the USB-C?
No, it's not a C.
That's the old Motorola style.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one right before the C. But this one don't have a battery in it.
Mine don't either. I have to keep it hooked up to. I've got a USB hub right here on this big computer, and I just keep it plugged in right there. There's no battery in it.
I got a little adapter. There's another light I got right here. I've been having this for years. Now this one, I got a little adapter. I wish they made them all the same direction. See, this one's upside down from the other one. What I can do, I got a 3 amp charger. It can, pull up to 3 amps on the other end of this. This is a C.
Yeah.
Now, once you unplug it, though, that's it. There's no batteries. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with this thing? So I'll open up the bottom. No battery. There's a place for a battery. So I went to order a battery and found some more of these. Some more of these. They were $2 a piece from AliExpress. So I ordered a couple of them. So for cheaper than they wanted for a battery for this thing, I got the lights and the batteries for way cheaper. I think I got 3 altogether, 3 lights altogether for the price of 1 battery.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad this don't have a battery. It's gonna live right here on my desk. That's just one more thing I don't have to charge. It's like my son, he got him a new watch and he gave me his old Apple Watch. It's a Apple 7 watch, Apple Watch.
Wow.
And it didn't take me but a day to realize I got to charge that thing about every day and a half. I'm like, man, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. I just want a regular watch like you used to have that winds herself, just from your movement. I ain't worried about it being a smart watch. Only thing I'm using it for is tell time, but I haven't wore a watch in years because of phones. I mean, there's my time right there,
Yeah. I use my phone to make phone calls, text message, and see what time it is.
Yeah.
I use my phone sometimes to reading material in the bathroom, as you can say. Magazines is kind of outdated.
I don't watch videos on there because it's such a small screen. I want to see that on my big screen. But I will order things like from Amazon and things like that. I'll pull it up and I'll order it right there on my phone. I do that quite often. I'll read email off my phone. What else do I do? Like I said, I don't really watch videos too much. I have, but now when I worked second shift out there at the shipyard as a foreman, a lot of times I'd put a movie on or something and prop my phone right there, and I'm sitting there doing my computer work, progress, and things like that while that movie was playing. I could kind of hear it, and not really paying much attention to it though, because my head's into what I'm doing.
I like these with the battery because when we lose electricity,
Yeah.
and I got 2 of them. They over there. Oh, and I got 2 more lights. They like a camping light. They round and pull up or what have you. But these are just round. You don't pull them up. Those are like $2 a piece too. I got those in boxes up there. Keep them clean like that. Well, I don't smoke anymore, so. But anyway, those, and I keep them charged. Plus, I have a power bank. It was a kit. It was the shells and all that stuff, and it's got the electronics with the microprocessor built in on it. Up there, you could see all the circuitry. And all I had to do was put 6 18650 batteries in it, rechargeable cells.
Yeah.
I'll put them 6 in that bank, and it says make sure that your batteries are in the right direction and all that. Try it before you put put it back before you put it together. It didn't say back together, put it together, because it comes as a kit. And it says, once you put it together, you're going to play hell getting it apart. Well, I got the spudgers and all that stuff, and I knew how. I took a couple of pictures with my phone to see where the little clips were and all that in case something went wrong. But I got it. I got it the right way. But if you put it together, you're going to play hell getting it apart again.
Right.
So that I used to. I forget. We lost electricity for. Oh man, how many hours? It was a while, man. Good while. I don't know. I think it was for the storm. For Delta, I think. The one after Laura. The one after Laura.
I got two solar generators. One of them's a 2,000 watt, which would power up my freezer and power up a few lights in the house.
Right.
Then I got a little 500 watt. I mean, it's real portable, and I can use that just for whatever,
Right.
things off of. I mean, it'll put out 120 volts. You just wouldn't be able to handle it very long. But that 2,000 watt, I could probably run my freezer, especially if I call it right away, where it only cycles on and off every so often. I could probably get 2 or 3 days without having to worry about recharging it.
All right. Look, Ken Carlock, what's going on, me? That guy there.
They're handy for storms. You ain't got to worry about gasoline or nothing else. Just make sure they're at 100% when that storm's coming in.
Yeah, I need to remind Johnny to, because Johnny uses, I think he was using brownie gas, which is non-ethanol.
Yeah.
And he usually runs them clean, empty. The carburetor. We worked on it. I worked on it a while back. It was a Honda carb and all that. I had to change the spigot on the gas tank where it goes under. Boy, you talk about hard to get in. They got a rubber grommet that you put, but the grommets, you play hell getting it in there. That's a nice. It's a generator and a welder, all in one. It's big. It's not that portable. It takes 2 to 3 people to move it. It's heavy. It's got a big. I forget how many. It's an 8 or 10 horse engine on that thing, and I need to tell him, hey, get it ready because hurricane season is gonna be here in the end of May, the end of this month, I think. Yeah,
it starts
or June 1st, whatever. Yeah, June 1st. So.
Yeah, I built one of those portable power units. Put on a 3,000 watt inverter with a solar charge controller in it and an auto disconnect. That way I can hook my 400 watts of solar up to it if I want to, or I can plug it into the wall to charge, or I plug my camper into it, or plug whatever I need to from the house into it. I'm using a 100 amp hour, 24 volt lithium iron phosphate battery, all on a cart, utility cart. Roll it around that way.
Yeah, that 2,000 watt solar generator I got. It can be charged with solar panels. It's got a plug for you can charge it with your car alternator, or you can plug it up to a wall. If you got power. But if you don't have power, you're going to have to use solar.
Yeah, I have a 1,000 watt generator I hook up to it as well when we're out boondocking. The only thing I have to do is reduce the charge rate because the 1,000 watt generator doesn't have enough to run the charger or to charge the batteries if the solar controller is set too high, or the charge controller.
Yeah,
it kills the generator. I'd have to go into the software and reduce the amount of amperage.
Yeah.
But it works good. All kinds of different ways to charge it.
I should buy a gasoline generator from Harbor Freight or something. They got those ones it's kind of mimicking a Honda. I had one. We had it on a sailboat. What was that? A five? No, I forget what it was. 5,000 watts.
That sounds about right.
It'd run that whole sailboat, but man, that thing was quiet. We had it sitting out there on the deck, and just like a Honda, just quiet as it could be.
We got the Predator engines, or
Predator.
We call them Chondas.
Yeah,
Chinese Honda Chonda.
Yeah, instead of Japanese. Yeah.
Johnny had a Greyhound. Oh, he still got it. He got log splitter, and they had A Honda engine on it, I want to say, or a Briggs. Might have been a Briggs engine. And it was a couple with a Lovejoy connection. Uh, anyway, that engine went out. I forget what happened to it, he said, and he bought a Greyhound, which was Harbor Freight's. That's the predecessor of a Predator. There's some pre's in there. Predecessor of the Predator, the one they got now. The Greyhound. Exact same thing. It's just in fact, these are more dependable like a Honda than the Predators. The how do you call that? Quality control was better on the Greyhounds. And it started leaking a little oil around the sump cover, the side cover. It's called a sump still, the bottom cover is a sump on a regular Briggs and Stratton lawnmower engine. The sump's on the bottom. But anyway, he was leaking a little oil. And so I ordered a gasket for it. And I forget what else I ordered for it. I had carb kits already for Honda, so I didn't have to get that. And I tore that engine apart, overhauled it, it looked like a brand new engine inside, and went to put the gasket on, and we got it all back together. And Johnny said he was splitting some wood, and he said he started seeing a drop of oil every now and then. I'm like, it's coming from the sump. The new gasket replaced it. Yeah. So what he did, he went on ahead and made a couple of gaskets, and with some thick paper, not cardboard, but thick paper. And I tore it apart one more time, and we added those two gaskets, plus I put a sealant. I already did put a sealant, but I added some more. It was just a little thin film, it's not like silicone or anything. And we got that back together, and like that double gasket with that other one did the trick, because I couldn't find a thick one. I wanted to get the thicker one. I should have ordered two while I was ordering it. I should have ordered two. And
you can buy that gasket paper, and that's all it is it's not cardboard and it's not paper. It's somewhere in between. It's
right. That's material. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Jed knows what I'm talking about too. Like so we got that. I torqued it down to the specifications. I probably could have tightened it just a little bit more, but before we tore it apart again to stop that initial leak. But no, I wasn't about to do that. So we just went on and put those two on there that he made, and that was it. And it's still holding up. And as long as you put non-ethanol gas in there, man, them things are going to fire up. Because they said all summer, just about.
Well, I'll tell you how we lost ours. Man, I was sick over it because we hadn't had that thing about a year and a half, maybe. But we had one of these tropical storms coming in, and this boat used to be docked at the Schooner Pier, which faces the Gulf. You got Deer Island, right? You got Deer Island right there in front, but that was it. And man, it got rough in there, and we done broke a stern boat rope, and so we had to hop off that boat and get it pulled back around. And both me and him were up on the dock trying to get more and more rope so it didn't break any more ropes. And Derek, for some reason, he took that generator. We had it out in that storm running on the dock, and we had the extension cord running to the boat. Well, he grabbed it and he set it up on the dash. We had like what do you call them on a sailboat with a clear glass going around that protects you when you're, anyway. He
the helm.
Yeah, there's a word for it. There's a word for it. But anyway, he set it up on that dash part, and it just happened to be a case of water right below there. Okay. And the bulwarks, once you got that thing of water sitting there, it was only about that far to the edge of the boat. Well, I guess a wave come through there and done this number, and it knocked that generator on that case of water and bounced overboard.
Oh, man.
He come in and he goes, "Where's the generator?" I'm like, "Where'd you have it?" He got to set it right there. He goes, there's nowhere. We looked and looked, and finally we figured out what happened. Cause some of those bottles of water where it hit it were cranked over, you know. I said, that's what happened. I said, it come off, hit this water, and bounced right off the boat. Boy, he was cussing. I was sick. I'm the one that paid for it. You know, it wasn't like $500, but that little dude worked good, you know. It's like, son of a gun.
Oh yeah, Predator generators, and you can get them at a good price.
Yeah.
Too, and they had some a while back. I think they were like 8 or 10 horse engines on them, and they were like 10,000 watts or something, 9,000, 10,000 watts. Man, I'm like, yeah, you can run a house on that. You know, I mean, it won't run no central unit. Maybe by itself it would, just that.
Well, he didn't need it when he was tied up because he had shore power. But when he was out sailing or whatever, you couldn't run your air conditioner or anything. Some of the lights run off 12 volts and some of them run off 120 on that boat. And so, but the AC we had on there, it was 120 volts. So we had to have some sort of generator. And that little AC cooled that thing really good. And that's the reason we had it on that day, because we wasn't in the slip where the shore power is. We was on one of them floating docks right at the end of it, away from power. So we tied up on that floating dock. That way, if water started coming up, we'd go up with it, you know. And we just had no idea.
You were behind Deer Island in that Bay Area, behind Deer Island?
It's right there in front of Deer Island, between the beach and Deer Island. It's called a schooner pier. And they got some regular docks, like piers and all. Then on the very ends, they got these floating docks that come up and down with the tides. Right. And that's what we tied to. And we were supposed to got out of there. He got kicked out of the marina after that, but that diesel engine had just went out on it. And we didn't have, I mean, it was right in the middle of hurricane season. We didn't have time to do anything. And anyway, the insurance was supposed to come around there and got him, but they never showed up. So anyway, he got kicked out of that place, and we ended up going in Back Bay to another one. Then we sold the boat. It just was over it at that point, you know. But
all right, guys, you have yourself a good evening. I've been up since 2:30 this morning, so.
Wow!
Hit the head.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate you coming up. Yeah, we've been on an hour. I'm gonna jump out of here after a while myself. So take it easy, Jeff. I'll write you later, man.
Have yourself a good evening.
Later. I used to anchor my boat behind Deer Island, and like you go into. Let me see if I remember right. I used to anchor in there to take a nap, get some rest, because I shrimp at night, brown shrimp. So I'd take my shrimp boat when I was running for a fella. Take my shrimp boat, we'd take everything in and then go anchor off right behind Deer Island and, get some sleep in the daytime.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you go up in that channel to go behind Deer Island. That's Back Bay back there, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
Well, now you have to go a little bit further where the bridge and everything is. That to take into the Back Bay, the Ocean Springs Bridge, that goes between Ocean. But now there was a lot of shrimp boats right there on Deer Island on the north side that's facing the beach. There was a real deep hole right there that a lot of these shrimpers knew about, and they could back the skirt of their shrimp boat right up to the shore. I mean, you could step off and be on the island. That's how deep it dropped off right there. And a lot of times you see a shrimp boat backed in there, Sure did. And when they didn't have it, a lot of sailboats would go up in there just to spend a weekend or whatever,
It's been years since I've done that, so I don't quite remember.
Where Deer Island
the geology. Then I had a stroke after that. So
if you go to the extreme east end of Deer Island,
I'm trying to.
You're getting close.
Looking on a map here.
I
don't want to move the map too fast because
you're cutting out. You there?
Yeah, because that's what I was saying earlier. I don't want to move my map too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I'm still here.
All that stuff is just south of me. We go by there all the time. It's that's the reason he docked there. It's about 10-minute drive from where I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I do.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's Back Bay, Mullet Lake, and I used to go through Highway 90. Well, no, well, no. I would just go behind Deer Island. Uh, I don't know if, and then Back Bay's. If you keep going inland, there's Back Bay.
Yeah, if you keep going east and hooking to your left, you'll go you'll go up underneath the Ocean Springs Bridge, then you're going into the Back Bay from there.
Right. Right.
Matter of fact, we had to do that. We had to do that a few times when we hauled out. You know, we hauled out in the Back Bay. There was a little boat yard back in there.
I'm trying to see the that pier is probably gone. Maybe not. Is that where's that pier y'all at? You're at Biloxi?
It's called the Schooner Pier. Schooner Pier. It's still there. They got them old oyster schooners.
Oh, Schooner Pier Complex. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they do tours on those old schooner boats,
Right.
or they're sailboats. I mean, they're diesel powered too.
Schooner Pier Complex.
Yeah, they rent out slips for any kind of boat, sailboats, yachts, whatever. But that's where we had it for the majority of the time. I didn't like it there because of that. It's just wide open to the Gulf, you know, and anytime any kind of little storm brewed up, they tell you to get your boat out of there, you know, because they didn't want you damaging their piers or whatever. They get damaged anyway if it's bad enough. But yeah, but that wasn't nothing but a little tropical storm. But I'll tell you what, it gave me a whole new respect for tropical storms when you're actually on the water like that. Like, holy crap. Breaking ropes and crap.
The
Brand new ropes.
home port for that shrimp boat I was running was Sioux Bayou. You know where the RV park and the big nightclub and all that, right? And the nightclub's right on Sioux Bayou. That's where I went in at. You know, that's home port for that boat. That boat was not Charlie Beausarge, Jack Quick's boat. Jack Quick and Charlie Beausarge from up there, Orange Grove. You know where that place I talk about all the time at the fish camp and all that
Bayou Compass.
By Charles English.
Yeah.
Bayou Compass. Yeah. Well, straight across the river from Charles English, that was another nightclub over there and a boat docking place and all that. With Charlie Beausarge owned that, and he was a musician. And Jack Quick was a musician, so I used to play music over there all the time. I had a CD of Charlie Beausarge. I gave it to my cousin at the radio station. And then when he passed away, I'm like, damn, how am I getting my CD back? You know what I mean? Because it was a couple years, and I know that got lost in 10,000, 20,000, other CDs. So anyhow, they built that boat right over there at Charlie Beausarge's bar on Bayou Compass.
That's right.
And I brought that boat. There was a new port for it. Where we used to keep it at right there on Bayou Compass. And then I go out. You got to know how to get out of there too, and on high tide, you got to get out.
You got to know how to get out of there, even in a skiff. That you can lose all the water in there in a hurry, man. There's one side you got to stay on if you want to stay in water. Otherwise, you're gonna run into mud, even with a skiff.
Well, I'm talking about is when you get out of Biacumbas into the Mississippi Sound and you
Yeah.
going out toward the Gulf. You
Right.
got to know how to get out of there. And when you get around that point, you're okay. The water's deep. But right there where Biacumbas comes out, that's
goes
not a
down there.
very big river bayou, but it does silt up at the
They
mouth of
call
it.
it Bangs Lake is in there, and Bangs Island.
Right?
all-
Yeah.
and you have to go through all that, and that's where it gets so shallow in places. I've fished all that, man. I grew up fishing all them waters.
Actually, Biacumbas, well, there's Bangs Lake in the marsh, off of Biacumbas. And after the storm, I forget which one it was. After, no, not it wasn't Katrina. I forget. There was a boat with twin silver 92s, V8 92 diesels. There was a boat. It was aluminum hull, and they had twin silver 92s in it. And anybody, you could have rented a helicopter that was capable of lifting 800-pound, 900-pound engine.
Yeah.
And unbuckled them with the clutches and got two engines because it was abandoned. I forget which storm it was.
That's probably 1985 Hurricane Elena, because it got bad in that area. I mean, all them homes flooded out bad during Elena, including my buddy out there, Ed Taylor. And
I don't think it was that one. I think it was a more recent one or something. But I don't remember any ones after 85 before Katrina.
Elena really put some water in that area as far as flooding goes.
It might have been that one then. It might have been.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of damage out there. But
it wasn't Katrina. It wasn't that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Radio Mike.
No, it was probably Elena, because we really, between Elena and Katrina, there was really no bad storms during that time. We had Hurricane Georges in the late 90s.
Jorge.
I'm sorry. In the late 90s. It could have been Hurricane Georges. But Elena was actually, maybe it was Georges I'm thinking of, that tore all that up so bad. Because I wouldn't have known ET in 85. Yeah, it was Georges.
I'm moving my map so far.
Yeah, it was Hurricane Georges.
I don't know.
And Georges was the last one before Katrina that amounted to anything. I don't remember, man. I try to forget them storms, to be honest with you, especially after Katrina. I know one thing, we've been pretty blessed these last few years, man. Just no activity at all, but that's got to change at some point. We don't need no more of them monsters, that's for sure. I'll never forget when Hurricane Camille came in 69. My mother swore that was because man up there playing around on the moon. She just knew that's why that bad storm came. I'm like, oh, great. We just sent 4 astronauts and went right by the moon. I hope we don't have another bad Camille or Katrina.
Boy, yeah, no doubt, huh? Yeah, Bangs Island. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, you got to know how to get out of there.
Yeah, you sure do.
Oh, wait, that's Bangs Bay. I'm talking about, what's Biacumbas, right here.
Bangs Island, Bangs Lake, all that.
Yeah, the island is on the right side when you're going out of Biacumbas.
That's where we used to fish. We'd put in right there in Biacumbas, and my dad, he would go around there back in that Bangs Island is what he always called it. And we'd catch fire out of speckled trout, and really depend on what time of the year it was, flounders, white trout, redfish. I haven't been back in there now Me and ET went in there. Ed Taylor, back in the 90s, killing the redfish, but none of them was legal. Not a one of them. Killing them. He knew just. I mean, he grew up around there. He knew just where to go. But I don't think I've been in there since. I kind of fish more over this way now when I do go, which ain't often enough.
I brought out on the boat. I had a AM/FM cassette, CD player in there, and nice speakers and all that. You know, all up in the wheelhouse and the bunk bed area. I was all just one. The wheelhouse. You look behind. I had the top bunk because when I wake up, I want to see. If I feel something or whatever, I want to raise my head and I want to see what's around me. I don't want to be in that bottom bunk.
That's the way my buddy Ricky Brown, that he runs or he owns. I think he's trying to sell them, but he owns that big still hull, the Beau Rivage, and then he's got a 60-foot still hull that he what was the name of that one? Miss Vicky, I think. He's got it up for sale. But back when he was just a teenager, he had a little Biloxi Bay boat, and that's the way it was. It was all the cabin part of it was kind of towards the back end of it, and the rest of it was all boat going forward. And
that's a lugger.
You look right behind you. There's two bunks up against that back wall. Your stove's right here. Your coffee. I mean, everything's in this one room. But those big still hulls he got, man, those things are nice. They're plush.
That was a wooden boat he had. That one when he was younger.
It was a Biloxi Bay boat, is what they were called. But
we call them luggers.
It was called the Haiti Cat. That's what they named it.
We call them luggers. Wheelhouses on the back, and you pull your net, single rig or double rig, whatever. But if a single rig, you got them doors on the back hanging off the wheel.
Yeah. You didn't have nothing but a little skirt on the back of it to work. Just a little skirt right there, like to get
well,
doors
that's
and everything.
Put the doors in, and then you move. Then you making a circle, and then your laser line and your tail bag, all that dumps on in front of the wheelhouse toward the bow in the middle of the boat.
That's what he learned with, Then from there, he just went on the big, massive shrimp boats, You
shrimp with one of them, you did. You were a shrimper. You knew what the hell was going on.
Oh yeah, you're right in the midst of it.
Those boats back then, when I was coming up, you can buy those cheap because everybody was going with front wheelhouse and then cleaning off the back deck. That way you didn't have that net door. It was
right.
That was working a lugger
too,
boat.
Man.
Yeah,
you had to cork. You had leaks in the wood, and you had to cork those planks, to stop a leak here and stop a leak here. It was an evermore thing doing maintenance on those things.
Dilho, what's up, mon ami? And
he spent his entire
YouTube
life
handle is Silver Slayer. Oh wow, okay. We have to get you up here one day and talk. I don't know if you're a stacker or if you just in the stacking and silver coinage, coins or what. But I've seen that Silver Slayer name already. There's a few people that has that that name, but not with the 1973 birth year on it, or I assume that's your birth year. I gotta get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, sunny beaches.
I think we're supposed to have mainly rain for the next 3 days over here. What they keep talking about anyway.
Yeah, I saw it's supposed to rain Friday, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to start raining here tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, even a chance of it Sunday. It's only showing like a 60% chance, but 60% means there's more of a chance that it will than it won't. So we'll see. I got a little project I want to work on anyway. I'll just sit in here and let it rain.
Oh, you changed it? Okay. Just digging up gold and silver. Oh, metal detecting. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I think on 21's channel live stream one night you was said you was in the metal detecting and stuff. I was live with Fuel Guy a week ago, I think, and he was talking about that it was raining and all over there, and I'm like, well, I said, yeah, I guess it passed us, or we're gonna get some, and what I didn't realize that we were getting.
A lot of it. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, it was coming. You know,
It
and
rained here
man,
today.
it stormed, poured
Yeah.
down for a couple of days. Man,
Yeah, it rained here today, some kind of on and off, but the bad stuff ain't really got here yet.
just pulled up the map. All kind of range from DeRidder to Athens, Georgia. DeRidder, Louisiana, right
there's
to the
a lot
west
of it.
of me.
There's a lot of it just north of us, off the coast right now. It's
Let me look at my phone here. A lot easier to look on my phone. It doesn't make me lag.
all that stuff you're seeing is from Hattiesburg up to Jackson and Meridian, Mississippi. It's all north of us. I'm the little blue dot down there, right there on the coast.
Oh, let me present you.
Yeah, Hattiesburg to Jackson. It's kind of spotty, but we're supposed to be getting something else that's not even related to that, I don't think. But they got tornado warnings and stuff, from what I'm hearing, or a chance of it anyway.
Speak of the devil. There he is. What's happening, Mona Meat?
Oh, hey, how did I jump on here?
I let you in.
I didn't even know you were alive.
Yeah.
No, I literally, I didn't know you were alive. I was just checking my email and I just popped up here.
You did.
I didn't even click a link. A link. It just brought me here. I don't know. That's weird shit,
Yeah.
huh?
You had to click something.
No, I just said, maybe when I hit my email, it clicked your link because it was the top one, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know you were live. I had no idea. I was setting up my live, and I'm like, oh, he's live. Okay, I guess. I was getting ready to, yeah.
Let me hit play. That way I can see. They got, something right to the north.
Oh yeah, it's gonna storm today. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna storm today. I was just watching a tornado warning.
Yeah,
I'm where the blue dots at.
yeah. It's all
Well,
shooting right
I think this is a little north of me, actually. Cause
that's like me.
North.
We got rain off of that stuff, but all the bad stuff is north of us.
Well, it stormed right after I got off with Fuel Guy, and then like it was about 1 in the morning or something, 2 in the morning, man. I was in the bed, man. I tell you what, dude, I was up. That lightning hit right there. My little dog just went like a cat. Screamed like a girl.
It stormed all night. A couple nights ago, it stormed all night here.
Yeah, here too.
It stopped right when I got up to go to work. It stopped, and it was dark outside today. I thought it was gonna. It was drizzling for a bit. Like right now, it looks like it's windy. It looks like it wants to rain. I think they said tomorrow, like when I get up to go to work, it's 80% chance. And I'm like, well, of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people gonna be going to work in it tomorrow. My oldest son, he has to drive from Mobile to Pascagoula every day to work. It's only like a 31-mile trip, but if it's raining, that just makes that trip kind of dreadful, you know.
Then you got them idiots out on the road too.
Yeah.
And they you can be the best driver in the world.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for the other guy.
That's what I've always said. It's other people you got to look out for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Gotta
I
worry about
use
the
that
a-holes.
lightning map every now and then, Mike. And then it's 3 degrees. He's in Ontario. He's in the French part of Canada. Well, right at the French port.
Who's that?
Hastings, Ontario, Canada. Deal hole, but he changed it to the handle was always Silver Slayer. Well, you can change that if you want, but like mine, when I started my Cajun Coin Hunter channel, it was Cajun Coin Hunter, underneath, and then YouTube sent everybody an email if you want to keep your handle. If not, it's going to stay what it is. And I didn't know if they didn't say you won't be able to change it or something. But I don't think they said that, but they kind of hinted at that you won't be able to change it. But,
I think you can, as far as somebody landing on your page, and if they see like Cajun Coin Hunter, if you added something to that, I know you can do that because Lance has done it, but I don't think it changes on your URL, the actual URL that YouTube gives you. I think that stays the same, but on your
They just add numbers at the end of it. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I changed my
URL. Like mine's at Cajun Coin Hunter.
They all are now. They all have.
Yeah, but like when you're in a live panel, like right now, if you're looking at comments, on the YouTube side, Silver Slayer, that's his handle. That's his official YouTube. Put it this way. It used to be Deal Hole, like when you go to the homepage of his channel, and search for videos or whatever, and there's Deal Hole, or was Deal Hole. But if somebody comes in, they can't fake a channel anymore, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. He's the only one that has that Silver Slayer 1973. He's the only one. Nobody else can copy that. They can do one like 1971, and make it look like it's him. But
that
like
must be why StreamYard started doing that, because there was a lot of people acting like other people that steal their whatever you call that, your little icon. They would steal that.
Well, it's not StreamYard. It's not StreamYard that does that. That's YouTube doing that.
Well,
that's Google's BS. They hack Google.
Oh, it's in the StreamYard comments. Yeah. But YouTube is the one that started the @ symbol.
They're pulling that from YouTube then. Yeah.
Right.
But that was smart that they done that, because that was a problem. People going there and acting like somebody else.
Right.
And it looked just like them. You couldn't tell the difference other than the things they were saying. Then you knew it wasn't there.
Yeah. Like I was live one day and Redneck Stacker was he's up in Canada. Redneck Stack Big Red. He's Big Red Bullion now. YouTube didn't like redneck, that word, so he had to like R and then a backwards 3 and a D and then N backwards 3 CK or whatever, or K whatever. So anyway, everybody knew it was redneck. But when it was Redneck Stacker, this is years ago. I was doing a wheel, I think, or something, and he came up in the channel, and that's when I was putting the link out in the chat, to join the panel. Well, he said, I'm having a little trouble with my internet, so he got out. He said, I'll be back in about 10 minutes or something. I don't know. So not long when he jumped out, it wasn't a minute that I said, oh, Red's back. I'd seen him in the bottom, basement, whatever.
Yeah.
And I clicked on there, and man, there was a guy and a girl, and I mean, his symbol, it was his avatar and all that with his name. As soon as I got him up, it went sideways like that. And there they were, boy, getting it on.
Dang.
Oh hell! So it was a troll. you know, doing that.
Yeah.
And man,
You
they
were
hit the
porn
coin.
bombing.
They hit the coin community hard, man.
I
They was
bet.
hitting just about everybody in the coin community with that porn stuff. And
Yeah.
I ended that stream, cut it, and I started a new one. And I'll be damned. I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I put the link in the chat again, and the same guy tried to get up in there, and he was imitating other people. Like my co-host at the time was a young coin hunter. So he's over there in Lafayette, and he was like, and I knew he wasn't coming in because that's why he wasn't there with me co-hosting. He was going on a trip somewhere with relatives. So he imitated young coin hunter. Says, let me in. Cajun, let me in. I'm like, that ain't you, young coin hunter. I know better than that. I know exactly where he's at. No,
Yeah.
it's me. It's me, honest. Like, nope.
I'd be like, prove it you. How do I know it's really you?
Yeah. So let's see. Let me go to his
I know the
channel.
Trolls don't seem to be as bad as what they used to be. They must have.
Because of that right there.
Yeah.
Well, stealing people's names, that's, you know, like that's out now, you know. They can't copy you now. Because you in as the at sign and Silver Slayer, you know, 1973. Nobody can copy that. They can do 1971, but they can't do 73.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, he did. It's went from Dill Hole to Silver Slayer.
Yeah, that troll was a bad problem there for a few years.
YouTube was pro troll for the longest time. They actually let trolls. They could have got rid of that stuff 5, 6, 7 years ago. They just was like, no, it's good. It's good for business. It's good for, you know, only when people's identities were getting hacked and they were getting sued, then YouTube said, maybe we ought to like do something about this. And it took that lady to actually die before something happened. The CEO, she stepped down, a former CEO, and then she died of cancer, and her protege took over a couple of years ago. And that protege was like, I think we ought to start changing this, because the Susan lady, she said, nope, we good. She's like, nah, there ain't nothing wrong with trolls. Trolls are good. You know, she wouldn't do nothing about it. No, she came out and she's like, well, trolls are actually good. I don't see the problem with it. In a YouTube video actually said that. And I'm just like, all right, well, she's mental. The cancer was eating her brain. The cancer ate her brain. I don't know. But all of this stuff happened on Twitch first, and then Twitch took the initiative and booted them all out. And then they all got banned from Twitch. They said, let's go screw with YouTube. You know, they find out. All they got to do is tell them one system, and I'm sure when they all get booted from YouTube, they'll find another one to go to, Rumble or something else, and try to screw that up too. You know, that's what they like to do. Especially if you know you're getting paid.
Well,
they're
Boo,
getting
I'm
paid.
gonna get out of here, man. I've already been on here about a little over an hour and a half, and getting close to my bedtime. I go to bed early here nowadays.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Well, I've been doing that too. You know, just when
I feel tired, man. When it hits 8 o'clock, I'm just ready to lay down.
At certain times, man, it's just the pain is so bad. I just, you know, I gotta go lay down. You know, and then after an hour or two, sometimes I can't even get to sleep. You know, in a couple of hours or whatever. I'm lucky if I do fall asleep within an hour. You know, and then I just get up again, and it's like I got a second wind for 2 hours or something, and then
I do the same thing some nights.
And then I got to get back in the bed. I'm hurting so bad. So, yeah, that's why some people send me a link, and you know, and I'm in the bed. You know, Phil guy knows he knows my habits, not habits, but he knows my sleep routine.
Yeah, I'm like that, up and down and stuff like that. And then when I wake up, finally, I don't even feel rested. I still feel tired. Like, man, you know. But at any rate, thanks for the invite. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and see y'all later.
All right, Russ. Thank you for coming in.
See you, Ross.
And we'll check y'all later. Pluto.
All right, man. Night, Chet.
We're carrying it.
Huh?
I said we carrying it. We carrying it now. I can't. I
Yeah.
didn't punch out the chat, so I don't know who's in here. But I was
Then
thinking of
there's
doing a
two.
chat last night,
You
but
know,
I was watching my show, and then like I've been getting. They changed my schedule, so I've been getting off at 4:30, take a shower. By about 6, 7 o'clock, I'm laying in bed. I'm out, and then next thing I know, it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm getting up at 5 to go to work, and I'm just
Yeah.
like. And it's tomorrow, 7 days in a row. Last week I did 8 out of 9. So I pretty much worked 17 out of the last 20 days. So I'm working like crazy. So, hey, the word is vintage. Vintage,
Yeah,
not
vintage.
old. Vintage. Hey, my coworker called me old yesterday. I had to correct her. She's like, I'm 26. She goes, you sound old. And I went, ma'am, let me explain something to you. And because I called her ma'am, she goes, see, you're old school. And
well,
she
it's
thought I
called
was like,
respect. You know, it's called like
Well-
miss. You know, especially like
Yeah.
say I'm 62. Okay, and yeah, 62. If
ish.
you know, like somebody comes over with Missy's sister or something like that, you know, I'll always say Miss, you know, and then the first name. You know,
Yeah.
it's just respect, you know, ma'am, miss, you know, whatever. I miss like Missy, I call her, I said, there's Miss Missy, you know, when she jumps in the channel, there's Miss Missy, there's my honey.
Oh yeah. But I told her my age. She thought I was older than what I was, and she goes, "Oh, you might be my dad's age." I said, "No," and I told her my age. She goes, "You're my mom's age," and I went, "You know the scary part about this?" I said, "You could be my daughter." And she's like, "No, no."
Wait, you 30 what? 30 36?
No, I'm older than that.
Oh, I keep thinking
She
you're
would-
in your 30s for some reason. Well, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you were in your 30s.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
Well, I know you're not over 45.
You mean you know my age? You just forgot. I'll tell you. I'll tell you when I get off the stream.
I guess I forgot. I
You
always thought you
definitely
was in
did.
your 30s. Wait, because
I wish I
you
was.
told me you were born.
I told you when I was born before. You got to go back to your old streams.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I remember you telling me you were born in the 80s or something.
I was born in 80. I'm 46.
Oh, in 80. Oh, okay. Well, 80. All right. I always thought
Yeah.
it was like 80, 87, 88 or something, you know?
Nah, hell. I
Anyway,
feel
my
like I
daughter's-
feel. Fun.
My daughter's 34. But she was born in the 90s, like 93, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's get the calculator up here. What's
I got it faced the wrong way, my camera. Hold on.
2026 minus 33? Yeah, 93.
50.
93. She was born in 93, my daughter. Taboo.
Ah.
I'll tell you what, my granddaughter, she's going on, she'll be 15 in October. Wait, this month, my daughter's going to be 34 in a few days.
Yeah,
You
time
see
flies
what?
when you're having fun.
Not watching. I forget her birthday. You know, my granddaughter, she's October 8th, I think. or 9th.
My dad last year, he goes, happy 51st birthday. And I go, and I thought he was kidding. And he completely forgot. And I'm like, you trying to tell me something?
Yeah, it's your birthday,
like-
stupid.
He goes, weren't you born in 74, 75, something like that? 76? And I go, well, you were born in 59, figure it out. And he goes, the hell am I thinking? He done completely forgot what he was, so.
Mike said, Iraq did some things to the head that never did get fixed. Oh, boy. Yeah.
I don't even have chat on. Let me see. I never did turn the chat on.
67. Wait, let's see. The Smithsonian keeps bugging me to take over my exhibit.
I got the exhibit right here. No. Let's see. Best thing, you could edit. Let you edit stuff. Well, if my phone wants to work that way.
Let's see. 67 this month. Oh, this month. Oh, Mike. Dang. God dog it. Go.
Yeah, down what you call it.
You got any empty circuit boards? You know, Mike?
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
asking
like
me. I was like, I had
That
no
tall,
idea.
That wide. That tall, that wide. I need a two-tone. I would make it myself, but I got a box. I got a Hammond. I got a plastic box and I got a Hammond box, aluminum. It's a Hammond 1590. Wait.
If I knew what that was, I would be like, yes, I have one. But I don't know.
1590 B as in boy. This side.
Never
I
trust
got a
anything
bunch of
with more
circuit
code
boards and
than-
stuff, but I'm not in the mood to make a two-tone generator. I need to have a sideband. One tone is two circuits on the board. One tone is 700 KCs, and then the other one is 1200. And you combine the two, and see, you got a spectrum analyzer. You could tune that thing.
Just need a pitchfork. Bing!
Blanks per boards playing with something new to me. I got a schematic on it.
Print a board with 3D printer and use copper foil tape. I got no idea what you're talking about, but I'll agree. Technology
Yeah,
is more than
Yeah, making a circuit board ain't my thing. Like with that what that thing is that you can buy them at Walmart or whatever. It's a oh crap! It heats up too. I think
you can buy a lot of things at Walmart.
it heats up, and it's a roller, and you put the design on the board, or oh crap, I forget what that thing's called.
My grandpa was in WW2, but he never talked about it. I just know he was I want to say he was a lieutenant, but he never spoke about it. Not even on his deathbed when I asked him, he would not talk about it. So, which most Army people don't. But, he actually got a Purple Heart, but they never gave it to him, as most veterans do. He never received it during his lifetime. Still never got it. So, you know, what's
Let me
the point
look
of
up,
getting it when you don't get it? I can't draw. I'm sorry. I can send you artist rendering of a drawing. I'll send you the stick figure. I can send you a stick figure with 2 circles up the middle. I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, I can draw an arrow and say this goes here and that goes over there, and but you know, I'm not what you call technology savvy. So
Let me look up.
I should have did a stream last night. It was Cinco de Mayo, but right after I was watching my TV show, I fell asleep and I didn't wake up to 3:30 in the morning. I said, "Ah, hell, that would have been too late." You know. Southern Coin Hunter last week, it was like 9 o'clock, and I said, "Do a live stream." Oh, that's too late. And I'm like, "You've done live streams at midnight already. How is that too late?" But Fat
Let me
Foot
see.
Civilian. Well, hey, you could have called yourself FAC, Fat Ass Civilian, and then FAC is an actual, if I remember right, is an actual title in some military sense. So
What?
technically, you would have been able to get away with something. FAC, like first assistant colonel or something. I don't know. I don't know the military ranks that well.
Oh no, I don't know. There's no such thing as that.
Well, I just made it up then.
Yeah, you did.
He said FAC, Fat Butt Civilian. Hey, I can't say the word FA with a general on it because YouTube wouldn't like that word. But hey, that's a title. I'm not saying it's a title for anybody, but it's a title. You know,
Look at
it's a
that link
certain
I just
cigarette that's
dropped. And the
dropped the link.
I dropped the link, Mike. It's a video link to a guy that's making one. I mean, he's not showing how to make it and all that. He's just showing, but it's the board. He made his like that, and I'd like to put it in aluminum housing or plastic housing. It don't matter. I got a plastic house, but that 5910B box is it's a pretty good sized little box. You know, like for guitar pedals and stuff. You know, forward air controller. Forward air. That's stolen valor, and I won't do it. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, stolen
I
valor.
wouldn't even thought that. But anyway, check that. You can watch that video later on, and tell me what you think. It's a piece of gear that he uses, you know. So, but I shouldn't even brought that up because, well,
I'll get you out of that conversation. I'll just say something else.
Some small potentiometers on it outside with a knob on it, you know, and everything. And I got a printer, a label maker. And I got some clear for that. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. SATCOM station forward deployed. Second year started in counter IED stuff, and ended up in Kuwait fixing electronics used in military power generation. That's right. That's right.
So wait a minute. You didn't take care of Saddam? You should have ignored what Bush said and took care of Saddam. If you had military electronics, you could have took a metal detector and tracked his hole in the ground. You would have tracked his radio signals, and then you would have been able to drop a nuke on his ass instead of, you know, they should have took him out. But I'll tell you about stolen valor. When I worked at Dirt Cheap, they sold hats that the veterans wear, like Korea veteran stuff like that. Tons of them, tons of those hats. They were selling them for $2, and people were putting them on. Look, I'm a Korean veteran. And I'm like, I did not like that at all. Now I got no, ties to the military or nothing, but that just seems kind of weird that somebody would buy a hat and impersonate it. I don't know. So, weird stuff. But,
I've got all the parts, all them transistors for that. I got them from DigiKey. There's that box. That's the model number of that box. And I got it right here. I got another one, matter of fact, that I wanted to build a. What did I want to build with that box? I done forgot. I ordered this
That's
one
what she
for,
said.
I think that two-tone generator, I think. $200 at a time from $6. That must be AliExpress. I get stuff from AliExpress, electronic stuff, but like say my signal generator, the 5-volt voltage regulator went out. At DigiKey, they're $110. At Mauser, they're $110. I found one that a guy had a business in Texas. He had 2 or 3. I should have bought them all because I got it for $12, I think, for one. And I went on, line looking for one, and I punched in a model number, LM338K. Well, first thing that pops up, as anybody knows, is AliExpress. Like 10 of them for $5. I'm like, dang, no way, because I didn't looked on, so I went on that's when I went to DigiKey to see how much they were, because if DigiKey has this certain price, and if you can buy 20 for that price, it's fake, or it's counterfeit, or it's no good. Or Amazon, because all them people on Amazon are buying from AliExpress, and the people on eBay are buying from AliExpress, and a lot of them stores on eBay, if you look at the shipping price, okay, it's going to say something like $5.99 speed pack from China, from Huiyin, China. Okay, nope, that's probably more or less going to be a fake. And I do know a few electronic part stores on AliExpress that's real ports, especially the surface mount device. When they're all in that little plastic real thing that the picker picks from, and you got to take the top plastic off cover. That if you get a bunch of little transistors, SOT23 style transistors, well, it's not like big IC chips and stuff. They're not going to pull all of that off of a board, a board that hadn't been sold yet, and there's a million of them. They're not going to pull them little pieces off and then put them in. And I don't know how they get screen printed or marked, but that's kind of hard to change the numbers on a SOT23 transistor that's only this big around. And then, you got to, they're not going to fill one of them damn reels up, with 10,000 parts on it and reprint the number on the top of the transistors. No, those are going to be real. Those will be real.
I tell you how to get free shit from Amazon. Drop it in laundry detergent.
I got a MOSFET and transistor test. It tests caps too. If it's not the real McCoy, it'll destroy it. This thing goes up to, I forget how many volts. And I forget where I saw it at. One of those engineer electronic channels like Paul Carson, Mr. Carson's lab or something. He was showing this off.
I think I heard of that channel before. don't know. I just watch whatever the hell they pick for me most of the time.
Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it.
I walked.
Here it is.
I walked in front of somebody's TikTok stream the other day, and I was like, "Hey, you people, stop looking!" And I kept going on. You know, my coworker decided to jump on TikTok while he was working. I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna go crash it." So I did.
Okay, here's this thing. And me.
I've seen something like that before.
Data check MOSFETs, bipolar junction transistors. It'll check caps too, and it'll. You turn the dial up, you hook it up. There's certain ways to hook different transistors up, and I'm about to reread the instructions. I've only used it a few times to check see if some MOSFETs were the real McCoy. And you turn that knob up to so many volts. I forget how many fake volts it goes up to. Like crap.
112.
No, it's more than that.
Oh, I meant to say 112,000.
Like 50, 100, 5, 9, 13, 50. I think it goes up to 3,600, 3,700 volts. There ain't no actual 3,700 volts coming out of that, but it's what it is. It's like a, I forget the word for it. Anyway, if it's not a real MOSFET and all, and you throw that juice in there from this thing right here, it'll kill it, and that means it's no good. I think they call it a MOSFET killer. Yeah, he lives toward the west side of Canada, southwest side.
I believe that.
I do bipolar transistors. BJT, yeah. That BJ, yeah. Anyway, bipolar need proper medication.
I believe that bipolar translators do need proper medication, because if they don't have the right medication, they're going to be spouting off the wrong translations in different languages.
Expensive semiconductors are worth, expensive ones, big outputs, yeah, and then, but they fake like 1969 2SC 1969 transistors. Man, you find them things for pennies, you know, and ain't nobody gonna sell. Toshiba quit making them things, or Mitsubishi quit making them things a while back, good while back, and there's some companies still have them in stock, or people that still have them, new old stock, but the real McCoys, you ain't gonna find them for 75 cents and $1 a piece. They're not real. And Toshiba 2290s and 2879 pills, linear pills. You're not gonna there's people that do have the real McCoys. Okay, they do, like BBI. He builds amps, and he bought a buttload of them, an ass load of them years ago, and then he buys them from people, you know, that have the real McCoy, and he's taking the lids off of 2879s. He's taking the white cap off of them and showing he's got a real one that he kind of like sacrificed, not really, but sacrificed to show how big the die is compared to the counterfeits. They work. They'll put out some power, RF power, but they can't take it and they'll die. They'll if you keep them running low, the RF power coming out of them low, then yeah, but then you can't kick it in the ass if you want to. They'll die on you.
I'll agree.
7:30.
7:31. You just hit the 2-hour mark.
Oh, did I? Yeah. I'm gonna get me another cup of coffee.
I'm drinking some coffee. I ordered Big Macs. I got a coffee sitting here. I've been
Big
drinking
Macs.
it.
Oh yeah. Hold on a minute. I got something to show.
Is it a Big Mac? Because I'll eat it. I already ate
Yeah.
one. Hey, I got a free chicken sandwich today at work. They're always doing, free shit. And they said, hey, you want some? All right. Free Chick-fil-A sandwich. The fries and the drink and the chips. I said, hey, free food works for me. I ain't got to pay for it. Yeah. So one more day of work left, and I have at least 3 days off, hopefully more. But I need some time off. I'm tired. I'm gonna hibernate. I'm waiting for Stickman to send me my giveaway win so I could post it. I forgot what I won. I won something.
You want something on Stickman?
Yeah. The funny part, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Stickman, his co-host Ed, used to be on these sports YouTube channels. And they had a couple of trolls come in. It was sports channels, and they were all live, and they were talking about whatever, and I was clicking the link because I'm a mod on there, clicking this. And all of a sudden, I see Goose Sports on there. I say, hey, Goose, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. He's doing a live stream. And they were, I guess something with Ed. So-and-so says hi, and they were messing around, not, just goofing around. And Stickman's like, oh, I'm going to put y'all in a race. And I said, they all trolls. And I said, wait a minute, I know Goose. Hold on a second. I said, I bet you he's streaming right now. So I went on Goose's stream. I said, was that you? And he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, that was me. He goes, we messing with that guy, Ed. He must have did something or vice versa. And Ed, his, Stickman's co-host, his name's Ed, the guy that does the races. They don't like him for some reason. I don't know why. And they messing around with him. They were trolling basically. And I'm sitting here saying, oh, Goose is a good guy. I know him. And then they blocked him. I said, and then I'm like, well, that makes me look like an idiot. I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting here vouching for your ass. And then you're in there trolling. I didn't realize why they were trolling. I found out afterwards why. But I'm just like, well, I'm not vouching for anybody anymore. Hey, it's Roadrunner.
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 Beep, beep. Roadrunner.
Yeah. Double A. Beep, boop. MCO. But I don't know how to make a one-tone generator, let alone two. But if you can make two, then I'll take three. And if somebody doesn't want three, then I'll take four. I don't know. Then it's out the door. Well, I done took over Cajun Stream, so all my loyal fans need to pop in and pay homage to my, I'm gonna have to use my I can't say newly founded Lord Emperor powers. I've had them since last year, when I was elected Lord Emperor. I shall use my Lord Emperor powers to make today, May 6th, National Do What You Feel Like Doing Day. I'm sure it's some other day. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out as it happens. But I'm pretty sure Cajun ain't fell off the dock. He hears me. That's why I said that. He said he's gonna get some coffee. Like, must have moved the coffee pot over. But coffee is now on the ceiling, so that is most important. Or it could be on the other side of the couch. I don't know. It is something that we can figure out. But I have no idea about the transmitters technology. I'm kind of I lose it at the streams. I know what modulation is, and I know what a transmitter is. I radio tech stuff. Oh yeah, I don't know that stuff. I only know DDS21C because I know him from Cajun. But that's, breaker 19. I may be dumb, but I ain't crazy. Cooter coming at you. You know, I'm at work. I got my radio on. They go, do you copy? I go, copy 10-4, Big Daddy. Or if it's a lady, I go, yes, ma'am, mama, 10-4. And they don't know who the heck. They go, who's saying that? This morning I was on the mic and they were asking me something, and I said, what's your location, Charlie? Charlie, what's your breaker? And they were like, what the hell is he talking about? I was just messing around with them, because whatever. It's a Motorola. It's walkie-talkie. The best thing is you can flip all the frequencies around and do some interesting things. You can tune into across the street and listen to their conversation. Somehow, some way, it did happen once. I'm pressing all the buttons and I got their frequency from across the street. There's some plant across the street. I don't even know what the hell they do. It's a big building. They must use the same frequency, because I pressed the button and I heard somebody and I said, what do you need? They start talking. I said, where you at? They said, outside. I said, outside where? Then I realized it was the people across the street. I said, oh, you're across the street. Okay, yeah. Bring me a nice Frappuccino while we're at it. Oh, Cajun's back. Okay. Didn't even notice that.
Share screen.
I don't see anything yet.
Let me see. Right here. This is going to make sense.
I don't think anything makes sense lately.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah, well, shit. The price went down. Price went up, and the package went down. That's anything.
Yeah, 1980, $1.20, 2024, $5, I believe. Yeah, and look the size difference. A while back, we was with Missy's sister. Went to Walmart and had one of the granddaughters, Ann's granddaughters, with her in Ann's vehicle. Well, the little granddaughter wanted McNuggets. Well, so I said, well, while we're here, might as well get me a fish. You know, I ain't had a fish fillet in a long time from McDonald's. So
you don't want to eat those.
I looked, it was $5 and something a piece, or $6 a piece, something like that. $5. That's just the fish burgers, fish sandwich. That's not fries or anything. So I get 2 of them, and then the girl said, okay, like $12 and something, you know, with the tag. I'm like, damn, because you know the price individual wasn't on the menu board drive-through. So anyway, I said, okay, yeah, well, I already ordered them, might as well get them. So we did that, brought them home, and I didn't even look in the bag. Got home, I opened one up, and it was like, man, look how tiny this thing is.
Try ordering anything other than a Whopper from Burger King. It's like half the size of your hand. It's like
Burger
having
King?
a junior cheeseburger. Burger King. I ordered a double cheeseburger a couple of months ago
That's
from
a
Burger
small
King,
burger. Yeah, that's
and
a
it was
small
small.
burger.
All of them are small except the Whopper. But I'll tell you what I paid tonight. Even though I paid $9.99 a month for no delivery fees. Now DoorDash kind of inflates it, but I paid $10.19 for a Big Mac meal, medium drink, medium fry, Big Mac. Then I bought my coffee, so it cost me like $15. But I had like $7 in DoorDash credits because I know how to manipulate DoorDash. So I really only paid like $8. So but you have to figure out how to get around these kind of things. Let's see here.
All right, there, Radio Mike. Appreciate you coming in. Man, there's a road runner. Okay, well, all right. But anyway, that when I got home, man, that fish burger was so small. Missy felt sorry for me and gave me hers. Because man, it was like 2 bites and that was it. I was like, man, I'll never ever order from there again.
Well,
man, look, I mean,
not only
that's
that,
so
they
small.
tell you.
Man, they used to be this big. Now they
Not only that,
big.
they'll tell you it's 100% cod. It ain't no cod. It's like flounder or some shit. It ain't even the fish they advertise.
Flounder's better than cod. Flounder,
Well,
man,
maybe.
that's some good fish.
Well, it might be something else. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, look, when they trawl them fish boats, them trawlers like what used to come in at Clark Seafood in Pascagoula.
Yeah.
They had a fish trawler that would go way out in the Gulf, and they just trawl, and they, it didn't matter what they had, crabs, squid, whatever. All that made it in the hold of that boat. And at bulldozer lobster, all that. Now, they were way out in the Gulf trawling for fish. And all that trash fish that was in there, that all goes to the New Jersey markets, and that's all sold for like McDonald's, fish patties. Now, the only thing that's going to be true to what it says on the label is like Gordon's, Mrs. Paul, Gordon's Fisherman, that name brand, fish. That's cod. That's going to be made with cod. Or that's going to be made with it'll say what fish is in it or how many different fishes are in it.
Well, they have to because they got sued years ago. So they kind of have to.
Who did? McDonald's or Mrs. Gordon's? Mrs. Paul?
No, all those Mrs. Paul's and all those other. I read where they got sued years ago because they were advertising one fish and then they found out it was another fish or a combination of fishes for the fish sticks.
Right.
This
we
was,
got
I
some
don't know,
fish
years
sticks in the
ago.
freezer. I know Missy bought that yesterday when she went to the store or what, but that made me hungry for fish sticks. And I can eat, one time I think I ate 30 fish sticks and I was getting over being sick from something. I forget what it was. And I was hungry. And I was watching a movie. I was laying on the sofa watching a movie on TV. I forget what I was watching. And I think all together I had like 30 fish sticks. And I'm speaking of that, man, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I didn't eat fish sticks in a long time.
So Missy, if you can hear me there, and I see myself on her thing, her pad, notebook, baby, if you can hear me, get the fish sticks out and the grease start getting hot.
I'll take a beer and I'll take a po' boy, oyster on French, fully dressed.
She's gonna get Sunday, I think, or whenever she's gonna go to the store and she's gonna get some shrimp. It's on sale. So
I'll be coming back someday.
Huh?
I said I'll be coming back Sunday. I'm
Oh,
going to
you're
my
going
aunt's
this weekend? This
Yeah,
weekend?
Saturday
You
and
think you-
Sunday.
You think you can get your cousin to bring you by here?
If he's there,
Okay.
he hadn't been there lately. He moves.
Oh.
He moves in and he moves out. Like he'll get a girl, he'll live together with the girl for a while. Girl kicks him out, he goes back home. Vice versa. Or lately he's been going to Texas because he gets he don't actually have a job, so he makes money on the side doing car deal, and he buys and flips cars and shit.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Well,
he'll buy like a junker, and him and his friend fix it up, and then they'll go drive to like Beaumont, Texas, or something, and flip it and shit. And that's
right.
9 out of 10 times that's where he's usually at. Like last time, I didn't see him the entire time, and But the thing is, my mom kind of like she probably wouldn't want me to leave anyway because she's like, I don't want you to go anywhere. But if my aunt was still driving, she would drive me up there. But I could ask him, but I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. It just depends on what he says.
Yeah,
he's
if he ain't doing nothing, say, man, you feel like going to Eunice, bring your laptop
Oh,
with you anyway, and that charging thing, that charging brick. Bring that.
I don't know where I
Just
put
in
the brick
case.
at. I gotta find it.
Well, if you can't find it, don't
I think it's buried under my hat.
don't shoot yourself
But,
in the foot if you can't find it. Just the laptop, because I got when I ordered that one connector, I ordered 2. So I have an end, and I have voltage over here. I have a lab power supply where I can adjust.
For some reason, that piece don't go in. I've tried it. I don't know if it's a security lock. I actually talked to a computer person out here, and they told me like my computer has some kind of lockout where you can't put a generic piece on there. It's got to be the factory thing because they're trying to prevent something about they don't want to lose sales or something. That's what because I know this guy. He's got a shop out here. It's called the Computer People, and he does the TV commercials and stuff. Older guy, looks like one of my uncles. And I was talking, and I brought it to him, and I showed it to him, and I said, "Yeah, my friend did this piece. He knows what he's doing." Blah blah blah. And he looked at it, and he's like, "Yeah, I know what your problem is." He goes, "Let me show you." And he popped off something. He goes, "You see that? There's a little security tab right there." He goes, "Watch." Tried to put it in. That's why it's not connecting. He goes, ain't nothing wrong with what you did. He goes, your friend knows what he's doing. He goes, there's a security laptop. You would have to take the whole thing out. He showed me, he goes, I can do it. It would probably cost you like $500. He goes, you might as well just buy another laptop. They have a security lockout. And he was showing me the piece and all. And my mom bought me a tablet, and I told her I don't want a tablet. I made her take it back. I said, I don't want a damn tablet. I don't want one. She bought me one for my birthday. I said, no, I don't want a tablet.
Easy money. I do that with boats. Yeah, flipping boats.
But
tornado
yeah.
Wow, damn tornado warning just came up on the bottom in my toolbar where my weather thing is.
Actually, before I popped in, before I came in on your stream, I was watching a tornado warning from WWL, Chris Franklin, and they had a tornado warning in my area. Every room in my house has windows. Every room in this house has windows. It's not like my last house where my bathroom had no windows. My bathroom's got a window. There is nowhere I can go. And not only that, my bathroom has a glass door. One of them sliding glass doors. So it's not like I can get in the bathtub because that shit's gonna crack and all over me. So I mean the only thing I could do in an event of a tornado is go in my closet. That's the only thing I could possibly do. Last month it got to the point where it was. Yeah, I thought they were gonna have a tornado out here. But they were saying there's tomorrow. It's supposed to be bad weather.
Tonight over here, it'll take a little while a few hours to get to you. That stuff that's coming here.
Well, no, I checked it this morning, and they said, they said when I checked it this morning, I checked the 24-hour outlook, and it said 85% chance 5 o'clock, you know, I got to go to work. I got to go to work for 6. So I get my cab, pick me up at 5:30. I get there. They say from about 5 o'clock to about 10 o'clock, it's 60-70% chance. And then the rest of the day, it's so. It was actually drizzling today. See, when I'm at work, if there's lightning within 10 miles, they lock the building down for 30 minutes. And you can't go inside. You can't go out. Without any of the sun. Now you can go out. Obviously, if you have your badge. If your
Right.
time's up, then you can leave.
Because
But,
of the
like-
lightning and stuff.
Yeah, well, they're really security. The way I thought they were going to lock it down. But here's the thing. If you're outside and they lock the building down, nope, you're stuck outside. They're not going to open that damn door for you. You are stuck. Unless you walk all the way around that, because they're doing construction. So they block the entrance on one side. I'd have to
Glued,
walk all the way
screwed, and
around that
tattooed.
building in the rain to come back in that door. And I ain't
And
doing that
that's some
shit.
big buildings, man. Them things are like a football field long.
Yeah. Well, they're doing construction. They're sealing up the to make sure that the drivers don't get hit by lightning, because they got to park.
Right.
And there's open fields. And they're putting up like more thing. They're enclosing the launch pad. Like when you go out, there's like they won't get wet, but
Right.
they're gonna make it to where it's all inside, except for like the main part. They go into a tunnel there. They're cementing, which I don't know why. They're digging in the cement under the thing, and they're putting up things. And I think they're gonna move something over, but they're supposed to be done by the end of the month. They've been doing it for about a couple of weeks now. I should film it, but all you hear is jackhammer. It's all you're gonna hear the whole time if I film it. But I'm just sitting out there. I'm just watching. I'm bored as shit. I'm just watching them. All right, fuck it. Went over there and said, "Yeah, can I watch y'all?" Tomorrow I'm gonna say, "Yeah, can I film y'all doing this shit?" Be like, look,
Yeah,
they're
there
just
you go. Make a little 3 or 4 minute video, whatever.
Why not? You never know what this stupid algorithm's gonna make. You know, I mean, I filmed the pond. The pond's there's a retention pond. You know, with a kind of a the drainage pond, and they got snapping turtles and fish in there, and I filmed that,
Catch basin.
and it got like, huh?
Catch basin for all the flood water, rainwater, and all that. It goes in that catch basin.
It's a little retention pond. I filmed that.
Yeah, retention pond,
And-
catch basin, same thing.
Yeah, it's like at the very end. It's at the very end, like when you get into the complex. It's right there.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm just
definitely.
I walk
Yeah,
around
Arizona.
work and I say, what am I gonna film today? Because I'm bored. I'm like, what the hell can I film that's interesting?
Well,
like
I'm
I
going
said,
to run
my-
off of here. I'm going to
Oh,
jump
yeah.
out of here. That fish sticks are almost ready. That quick.
There
I
you
got
go.
that
I don't
gas
think I'm
stove,
gonna do a
man. That
stream
thing there
tonight.
got some. I got that
yeah.
that good natural gas
I-
over here. I ain't got none of that cheap stuff.
There you go.
got
I
no
think I'll do a
spots
stream
in the
tomorrow.
All right.
I
I'll
don't
keep
think
an
I'm gonna do
eye
one
out, or
tonight,
Send me
'cause I
a
might-
text
I
or
might-
send me a text or something. Send
Well,
me
I
a
was
text
gonna
or
do
something.
one. Yeah, I was gonna do one tonight, but I'm kind of like, I haven't even taken my shower yet. I've been home 4 hours
Yeah.
almost.
You never know. I mean, as soon as I eat, I might be ducking under the covers.
No, if I lay down right now, I'm gonna be sleeping. So yeah, I'll do one tomorrow. Like I don't know, 7 o'clock, I guess. I mean,
Okay.
because I've only been doing one a week lately. I mean, hell, I ain't got no watch hours anymore, so I really don't care. I'm to the point where I'm just like, I'm good. If I'm gonna ever get monetized, I'm just gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna make other people. I'm gonna get the controversy. I'm gonna make them people push my channel. Right? Like there's a certain person that likes to sneak into my chats and talk shit about me recently, I found out.
Really?
So I'm gonna let them push my channel.
When?
So nobody Nobody you know. It's somebody I know.
Night, Ken.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in, Ken. Ken Carlock.
Oh.
He's heading out too.
Oh.
So
Well, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you, the link, of course, and go give some fish sticks some help.
oh yeah, I'm gonna give them hell, man. I'm gonna eat them all. She's gonna make 15 of them for me. Might make a sandwich with 5 or 6.
15. I'll take
the rest.
I'll put an order in for 20.
Yeah, these are a little bit bigger than them other ones. These are good sized fish sticks. So, all right, mon ami. I'll catch y'all later. Appreciate everybody y'all coming in and chat.
I'll see you
Good
later.
seeing y'all again. I'm glad y'all got to saw me again. And anyway, y'all know the routine is good being north of the grass. And so y'all stay safe, be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. I Pluto.